Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio with a pan, some custom colors, a light blue that probably had Chantilly lace in it or frosted, and then some ultramarine blue. That had the red violet vivid intense fluorescent added to it. I think it was frosted berry to begin with. Anyway, so I've got some custom color that doesn't matter. If I had Chantilly lace to spare, I would use it, but since I have this luscious pale purple color, it wouldn't matter what goes underneath the colors as far as I'm concerned, because it doesn't usually show up. I just need a base. And I have a small canvas primed, 14 by 14, and a larger canvas ready sooner than later, 18 by 24. Let's just get rid of all of this. I've also got some Glad Cling Press and Seal to cover this with so I can use it for another painting, and I will include the colors for that other painting under its description. I'm going to tip this on its side and leave it so that I can get the rest of that out. So, I got a couple things in my way I shouldn't have left. This is some Indigo Violet. It's a Prizm pour. And I'm going to do a tree. I didn't mention that. This is some Indian Spice Prizm pour. It's a gold. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm starting. I just start. This is a Vivid Intense Vermillion Red-Orange. And I let the colors speak to me as we go and tell me what to put next to them. And they don't necessarily have to go together to begin with. This is a shiny taffeta. I would usually save for later, but that's a pale yellow. That's a Prizm pour. But I have the idea that my base is going to continue to spread out. This is a sour lemon with a little bit of orange crush added to it that I'm almost out of. I'm about to have to try and mix some more. But I ran out of sour lemon, so I've got some coming, hopefully. It might take a week or so to get here, which is kind of sad, but okay, never mind. It's coming the whole length of the country, so I understand. This is True Silver. Not something I usually use, but I've been getting into it more and more lately. This is Fandango. My colors aren't doing anything for me. If they're not working for you yet, they're not working for me yet either. This is Cupid's Crush. This is a primary element. My current usual color choices are to put them together when they're similar, like the Cupid's Crush with the Vermillion red, etc. I've got some Vivid Intense Magenta. I didn't pull myself out. There we go. Orange Crush. I thought I might have missed it, but I didn't. The orange just makes everything for me pop. My mother was an orange. She had an orange couch. I didn't particularly care for the orange couch, but it definitely helps with everything else. It's a great accent color. I'm going to slide in a little bit of Royal Sapphire. And honestly, it doesn't matter what I do in this dish so much as how I scoop it out. And I made myself a small scoop for a smaller canvas, and I'm going to use a shovel for the larger one. This is Sparkling Aqua. This is a Prizm pour. It is actually beginning to look like something I like. This is a Quinacridone Red, a Vivid Intense. Some of these can just go away. This is a Fluorescent Vivid Intense Magenta. Yeah, it is. And it looks great with that orange. Looks great with the background color too. I haven't even used any of my new favorite, which is the red violet. But it seems to me that I better get busy using up this color that I talked about and then didn't do anything. It has some black in it. I think it'll be fine. It's getting gloppy. It's time. That's why I like my bottles, because they, for the most part, if you use them soon enough, there's never any glop. If you leave it for too long, you might need to stick a chopstick in there and stir up the bottom. So that is, for all intents and purposes, fairly well gone. I've got more blue than I know what to do with, so I'm not going to try and empty that container. But the blue, I love this pale blue. It makes everything, it's another popper. In this case, it looks like I'm going to have to find something to cover it with. The problem with little containers for me is then one portion of the rim gets sticky, and let's hopefully that hope that stays. I have a Tuscan Gold Vivid Intense. Usually I have a little more confidence than I do in my colors right at the moment. Maybe I use too much of that background color. But it doesn't matter because I've got enough colors to go over the top. This is Dark Waters. This is Vivid Enamel. This is, I mix with Vivid Enamel or Vivid Polypore just on your varnish and GAC 800. That could be the one that helps. Let's just put some of that everywhere. And I've got Snapdragon, which is a primary element. The Dark Waters is a Prizm pour, I think I said, I'm not sure. The Snapdragon, yes. That's the one. I wanted some more purple in there. And the Snapdragon isn't, it's just one of a few. This is the Red Violet, Fluorescent Red Violet. And I think I'm going to pull out some of my African violet. Yeah. And hopefully we're ready to go, mostly. So we get all our things out of the way that we don't need to have handy. And that's a lot of paint. Now I got out my spatula because my intention was to put some Fandango and a little bit of the Royal Sapphire together at a pretend horizon line, and then try it. Oh, I had something under my, I had the lid I needed. I'm not going to need that spatula again, so I'm going to throw it in the bucket. Take that little bit of extra paint. Here goes nothing. I want to use my shovel first. but I'm going to try this. I think I'm going to need more green is what I'm feeling right now. Well, I thought it was. Now I'm feeling like it should be blue. Yeah, because that's pretty heavy. I think I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to try and grab some blue. Scrape off the bottom of my card. Whoop, that wasn't good. Now I've got a spatula. Let's see what I can do with it. That wasn't bad. Pop a bubble. Go back to working on finding colors I think would look good in there. Just dip my knuckle in. Gotta be careful not to judge too quickly what's coming, because you never know what you're going to get inspired to do along the way. But I caught the drip that time. Pick it back up out of my hand. I wanted to make a more gnarly tree. Makes me want to put that spatula back in there again. It's nice when your canvas is dry because you can use a spatula to move paint with pretty easily, as long as you're willing to put a little pressure on there. There, I got a little more gnarly because of the spatula. I can always add paint if I need to. I'm not sure that that isn't way too high off the ground. I'm quite certain it is actually. Unless I do something different. Nobody may ever see this. Come on, scrape off. I'm sorry I'm quiet, I'm really focused. I've already made so many mistakes. It could be pretty cool, I think. I'll just put a whole lot more roots down. Make it look like it's showing below ground as well as above, maybe. Maybe. You can always nudge things around with a spatula. I definitely think I overdosed my base color. That's the second time I've done that. It's okay. It does last. I made sure it did. It lasted a couple days last time. But it's so deep. It'll probably be perfect for that other canvas that's an 18 by 24. Really hope my head is not completely obscuring your vision. There's a very good chance it is. Alright, I've got 3 minutes to keep working. And I'm not hating it. Not loving it yet either, but that could come. It might be almost time to start using the spatula instead of the little scoop. I kind of like the little dots on the end. It looks like buds. Perfect for spring, right? Just keep doing that. Little balls in the end are perfect. I wasn't expecting that texture to be so perfect. So, I should tell you guys, I do sell my artwork. No idea if this one will be worth selling, but it's worth knowing about. If you would like to contact me in regard to getting some information about anything, my email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. It's also worth mentioning I have 30 lists of videos, maybe more by the time you see this, if anyone ever sees it. That was a nice combination there. Gee, I thought I was going to be using something else. I want to grab some more paint, but I don't want it dripping all over everything again. So I just made this little scoop out of heavy plastic and scored it with a pair of scissors. Could have been a razor knife, something like that too. I don't know what I'm going to do with the bottom of this. I kind of feel like I should do the same thing at the bottom and push it up as I did above. And there is time to do that. Well, there isn't time now, but if it looks different in the thumbnail, you'll know that's what happened. And I gotta try and be more gnarly next time with my trunk. I didn't leave myself a lot of space to work though. When that timer goes off, I'm going to flip it around no matter what. I'll have a minute left. Somebody keeps telling me it's the paint fumes, but I'm pretty sure it's the allergies here in Florida that make my throat close up. Or whatever it's doing. Alright, almost time to flip it around. I really want another branch over here, or 2, or 5, or 10. And coming back for part 2s doesn't work for me very well, at least not my audience. So what did I not tell you? On my link tree you're going to find, or near my link tree you're going to find a Colourarte coupon code. I'm a Colourarte affiliate and these are Colourarte colors. Oh no, really? That's why I wear headgear, so I won't get hair in my work. Alright, so it is what it is for now. And I don't know how long. Let go. That's a first. So I'm thinking about coming up from the bottom. I'm going to shimmer this at you such as it is. And I'm going to continue adding to the top as well. And maybe I'll make a part 2 and put it underneath the video